How's it going again, guys? This is the updated standings for today's Tuesday? Tuesday, the 29th of November, 2017. Got a couple different things in here today. This is a lot more information than what I did last time, and it looks a little messy. I apologize. I'm trying to cram a lot of information into a small area. These are the updated standings. No, we have a game tomorrow night. I think there's one. No, I think there's one game tomorrow night, and then there's four, I think, on Friday. But as of right now, Macon still in first, and I also have leading points on here. Sorry, this is really bad. I have to keep. Okay, let's try this. Okay, that's better. So Macon has Jake Gensler. I think his name is Jake Gensler. Gensler, who is second in the league right now with 18 points. He's got 13 games played, 3 goals, and 15 assists, and he's a +7. They also have the number 5, Jake Trask, who's 7 points and 8 assists for 15 points in 13 games, and he's a +4. So that's Macon. They've got two of the top guys on their team. There is some interesting information you'll see here in a minute. If you're looking at any of this stuff ahead, you'll see some of the point leaders and stuff for some interesting teams. But Mississippi, they are in second. They are 8-3-0. As you can see, I updated it to 3 instead of 4. This is a little easier for me to understand. But they are 8-3-0 right now. Derek Sutleaf, who's 11th overall in the league for scoring, is got 13 points in 11 games, is a +8. 6 of them are goals. Pensacola still in third place. They are 8-4-0. I believe his name is Garrett Milan, is 10th in the league. He's a +9, and he's got 4 goals and 10 assists in 11 games for 14 points. So as you can see, as we're going through, pretty much all of the playoff teams right now, because remember, the top 8 teams make it in. So from Fayetteville up, all are going to be in the playoffs as it ended right now. Pretty much every team has at least one top 10 scorer or fairly close. Let's see. And Peoria is a 7-4-1. I am not even going to bother to try to pronounce this guy's name. He's a defenseman. He's got 2 points and 11 assists for 13 points in 12 games. He's a +5. He's 12th all-time for scoring, and he's number 1 for defenseman. So Peoria has the best scoring defenseman in the league right now. Evansville, 6-4-2. They have McDonald, who's 9-8 for 17 points in 12 games. And he's 3rd for scoring with a +7. So you're seeing a trend here. A lot of these top teams, it seems like the talent's fairly well spread out so far this year in the league. Everybody's got at least one top scorer for the most part. Huntsville is in 6th with they are 6-3-1. You got Nukovic, who's 4th for scoring, 8-7 for 15 points in 9 games. 15 points in 9 games. He's doing pretty damn good. Like that's a lot. That's pretty damn good for only playing 9 games. He's a +9. Knoxville, they are 6-4-1. They've got Caesars, Danny Caesars, I believe is his name. He's 6th for scoring with 15 points in 11 games. He's a +8. Here is the interesting one. Knoxville, or not Knoxville. Yeah, Halsworth. He's actually for one of the ones for Fayetteville. He is number 1 right now for scoring with 23 points in 13 games. It's 6 goals and 17 assists. He's a -1, though. He's the first minus on this list, but he's still the number 1 scorer in the whole league. 23 points in 13 games. That's impressive. That's pretty damn good. And then you got Fayetteville, who's 4-7-2, which is the last team in the playoffs, and they've got Max Cook, who is 4-11, 15 points in 13 games. He's a +3, and he's 7th. Now we're going to start getting into some interesting stuff. Roanoke, 4-6-1, not in a playoff spot. However, their top scorer has 15 points in 11 games, and he's 8th in the league. Now look at this bottom one right here. Keegan Bruce, 5 points in 9 games. He's a -4, and he's 74th in the league. It's probably a big reason why Birmingham is 1-8-0. I'm not. I've never really followed this team, so I don't know a lot about it. Other than apparently they suck this year. They really got to turn it around. I don't know as though they have a draft in this league, so it's not like they can get a number one overall draft pick. But that's a little bit right there for the sport. So now we have goaltenders. Bonar 4-0. That's 4 games, 4 wins, 0 overtime losses, and 0 losses. He has got a 1.25 goals against average and then .959 save percentage with 2 shutouts. That means half the games he's played, they haven't scored. He's the number 1 goal in the league right now. Now, I take that with a grain of salt because if you look at this one, Levine, the next one for Huntsville, he's number 2. He's got twice as many games played, and he's 6-1 and 1. 2.24 goals against average and .929 save percentage and 1 shutout. Still quite impressive numbers. But Bonar, that's impressive. I'd like to see him play some more this year. To see if that was kind of like just an opening season fluke or whether that was he's actually got that kind of talent. Because I actually haven't seen this guy play. He didn't play last time I saw the Flyers play. So I don't know much about him other than that he's ranked number 1 in goals right now. But like I said, he's also got one of the least amount of games played so far this year. I don't know as though I know that he's not their starter. Believe their starters got like 6 or 7 games, and he's I think like 4th or 5th on the list. So both their goaltending is doing really well this year, which is probably a big reason why Pensacola is 3rd and so competitive. All right, so here's the new thing here. You're rookies. As you can see, Derek Sutleaf, he's over also on this side here. He plays for Huntsville or Mississippi, right? Derek Sutleaf, he's right wing, as we said, 6 and 7 for 13 points plus 8. That's this season. 4 penalty minutes. Last year he played 11 games, had 3 and 7 for 10 points? Yeah, 10 points in 11 games. So he's got 3 more points in the same amount of games played this year as last year. So he's got a bit of an increase. His plus minus has doubled, and what did I do that? Oh, he was got 1 point playoffs, and that's a 0. It's not a 10. That's a 3, 0, 1, and 1, and then he's an even player. Number 2, Steven Rehoriak. I think that's how that's pronounced. I'm not sure. Rehoriak. I don't know. The Shannon, the hockey guy, had him when he did his SPHL video and couldn't really remember how to do either. But anyways, he's number 2. Plays for Pensacola. He's also a right wing. He's got 12 points in 12 games, 6 goals, 6 assists, plus 1. 8 penalty minutes, and that's this year. Last year, he had 5 games played for 4 points. So he's doing quite a bit better. He's definitely improving. His plus minus is down a bit, but he's also played more games, so that's kind of a given. So I think that he's coming into his own. I think it looks to me from stats. I haven't seen the kid play yet, but from stats, it looks like he's coming along nicely. Caleb Cameron plays for Macon. He is a left winger. Okay, yeah, this is, like I said, this is a little messy. This is his first year in the league. He's got 12 points in 9 games and a plus 3 with 10 penalty minutes, which isn't too bad. Also, Rehoriak, those are his playoff numbers. He had 2 goals and was an even player in the playoffs last year for 4 games. So he had 2 goals in 4 games. Not too bad. All right, so let's see. Caleb Cameron, that's right, playmakers. Not a playmaker. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused here. This is my first time doing this. I'm trying to keep this camera as steady as I can. All right. So I said that. Plus 3, 12 points in 9 games, 10 penalty minutes. I don't know a whole lot about him, but he's on the number 1 team right now, so I'm sure he's a good reason. I'm sure he's probably a part of the reason why. All right. Daniel Tedesco. This is an interesting one. He plays for Mississippi now. However, he played in 1 game with Pensacola opening night. He had 1 goal and was a plus 1. And since going to Mississippi, he has got 3 goals and 7 assists for 10 points in 9 games, and he's even and with 6 penalty minutes, and he's a left winger also. All right, and the last 2 guys, I was gonna do 5, but since the last 2 were both from my team, Pensacola, I figured I'd do like the top 3 rookies in Penn. Seriously, look, 3. There are 3 Pensacola players in the top 5 rookies list, so they got some good rookies right now. Robert Lepine, or Lapine. I'm not sure if it's Lapine or Lapine. It's one of those two. 3 goals, 8 assists, and 11 points, and a +8 in 12 games. He's got 9 penalty minutes. So he's a center, so he looks like he's doing quite well. He's first year in the league. He hasn't played in this league before. I don't know. I should have put like ages or notes on ages and stuff, but this is still a learning process. We're learning this on here. So him and then Brian Morgan, who's also a center in this year, has got 10 points, 4 goals and 6 assists and +1, 6 penalty minutes. So that right there, you got probably your top 2 centers right there. I haven't actually looked at their lineups as the actual like lines and stuff, but my guess would be is that this is probably their 1 and 2 or 2 and 3 centers. And Rahoriak, I bet, is they're probably one of their top line centers. He's probably up there with Milan. Yeah, Milan over here. He's 10th. I believe. I want to actually say that Milan might be a right winger. Maybe he's just actually. I think maybe he is a center. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that. But that's your standings for today. I know we got 1 game tomorrow night, and then we got I think 4 more Friday. We got rookies there, and we got the standings. Birmingham, you got to do something. 9 games. You got 9 games. It's a 56-game season. You can turn it around, but you got to start winning now. But, you know, the top 3, you know, we're looking at, you know, remember, in the playoffs, these 3 teams get to choose who they play in the first round. Macon, Mississippi, and Pensacola. They each get to pick. So as is right now, these 3 haven't really changed much. I was going to do an update before this video. After the Lewis, because there's 4 games since the last one. There was 4 games played since the last one I did. Or there was more than 4. I think it was like 5. Well, there was 4 games played. Pensacola actually moved into second. And then Mississippi played the next night. And then pushed them back down into third. So it hasn't. I don't think the lineup, the standings have changed too much as far as positions go. But we'll keep looking at this, see what happens. I know there's a game here at the Bay Center tonight, or not tonight, Friday night. Pensacola plays. It's Star Wars night, so I'm gonna try to go. If I do, I will certainly do some short little clips of the game there. I'll try to get some highlights if I can, any goals or any kind of just on ice stuff. But this is the Cranky Yankee for now, and this is your SPHL standings for November 29th, 2017. If you guys like this, you know, like and subscribe. Tell anybody who's a fan. Check out here. This isn't a great way for me to start off. I know the camera's a little shaky, but this is a work in progress. Like I said in the last video, any suggestions you guys have, leave them in the comments below. Anything I can do to help make this better for you guys and easier for me, I'd love to do, but I'm new to the YouTube thing, and I'm just kind of learning as I go. So if y'all have any tips, make sure to leave them in the comments. And as again, I'm the Cranky Yankee, and you guys have a great night.